Good morning, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Petrowski here from Gales Ferry School. And today we're going to talk about your math lesson, which is adding zero. Now, when I originally was going to do this lesson, I thought zero was kind of a boring number. But don't tell anybody I said that. But once I investigated it a little as a mathematician, because that's what we are when we do math, I discovered that zero was actually quite fascinating. And there is a pattern that we can find when we add zero to a number. So let's look at the PowerPoint I have, and we will start our lesson. Give me a minute to get myself up and going. And that looks pretty good. What do you think? I think we're good to go. So today, your objective, your goal, your job is to learn about adding zero to another number. Before we start to talk about how to add zero, let's talk about that word adding. What does adding mean? If you had to explain to someone what adding means, take a minute. This is my think sign. Take a minute to think. Did you say that when you add, it means we put the parts together? So if I had one red dot that you can see on the screen, and I want to add another red dot, I would take the first dot and the second dot, and I would put them together. And then all together, I would have two red dots. That's the whole amount. So how do we add zero? It's kind of weird. First of all, what is zero? Zero means that there aren't any. So if I asked you in this picture, how many teddy bears do you see? You're right, you see two. How about if I said to you, how many snakes do you see? What? There aren't any snakes. That means there are zero snakes. Zero means nothing. There aren't any. Zero is fun. It means there are none. If you say that with me, you can kind of get it into your brain. Let's say it together one time. Zero is fun. It means there are none. When you add zero to another number, you're really adding nothing to that number. So you can see here that I have one cherry. I love cherries. I have one cherry, and I am going to add, here's my add symbol, I'm going to add zero. So if I have one and I'm adding nothing, what do you think I'm going to have for my answer? You're right. We're only still going to have one, because when you add zero, you're adding nothing. We call the answer, it's a fancy math word, we call it the sum, S-U-M. That means the same thing as the answer. Let's try another one. And it doesn't matter where the zero is. The zero could be the first number in your number sentence, or it could be the second one. Doesn't matter. Because when you add zero, you add nothing. Zero and 4 cherries. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think you're going to have? I bet you already know. See how fabulous the number zero is? Did you say 4? You were correct. That is the sum. 0 and 4 make 4. You can do this with any size number. Look at this one. Here's the number 200. 200 plus 0. 200 plus 0. What do you think the sum is going to be? Did you say 200? You were correct. 200 plus 0 equals 200. I could do a billion plus 0. And what do you think it's going to be? A billion. because when you add 0, you're not adding anything at all. So let's look at the pattern here. I'm going to read these. Let's see if you notice something. 0 and 4 equal 4. 10 plus 0 equals 10. 16 plus 0 equals 16. Did you notice that when you add 0, the number stays the same? See how there's a 4 here? We're adding 0 to 4. Look at the sum is 4. Look on this equation. 10 and 0 equal 10. See how there's a 10 here? And look, the sum is 10. Stay the same. And look at this one. 16 and 0 equals 16. That number 16 did not change. It's the same as the sum. So cool. Now you learned a little bit of something about adding 0. We're going to actually have you practice it today. So I want you to get your math book out. Everybody should have their math book. Or if you're at Gallup Hill, your teacher has probably sent your workbook pages home with you. You have a lot of math to do. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You got this, because it's all about adding 0. You're going to do pages 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. When you finished, we want you to snapshot just one picture. Don't send us all those photos. One picture is all we need, and send it to your Seesaw. Upload it so we know you did it. Make sure you tear those pages out if you're from Gales Ferry School and put it in your folder and bring it to school so we can check all of your pages later on when we see you. I think that's it for today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you the next time around for the next exciting math lesson. Have a great day.